Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in and welcome. As we throw trillions of dollars into the economy that we simply don't have, this is going to have a very negative effect on the dollar. And as the dollar is hurt times of economic uncertainty, people turn towards precious metals. So there's going to be a lot of new eyes, especially over the next couple of years as we keep throwing more and more money in to try to repair things. So, with a lot of new eyes, a lot of new perspectives in the gold and silver world, I, as a YouTuber talking about precious metals, have to make videos like this because when you do start stacking, yes, it's pretty simple, but it can get pretty complicated, and there's a lot of questions that go unanswered. Like, for one, should you invest into gold or silver or both? Where do you buy your silver from? Right? What types of silver should you buy in the beginning? There's so many questions, and hopefully this video will answer the majority of them. You can always email me if you want a more one-on-one conversation. The comments are kind of bland when it comes to one-on-one, but if you really want to dig down and get some information, just email me silverfiend21@gmail.com. So with that said, let's jump into the video. The first thing that I've definitely been saying a lot lately is don't blindly invest. You never want to just invest into something because someone told you, to, and not understand the market, not understand what's happening or the direction it's going. You always have to be aware, be informed. And that's why I always say it's so important to at least be subscribed to channels like mine, at least tune into channels that are similar to mine, that on a day-to-day basis, a daily basis, giving you guys the inside scoop of the market, of the economy, how it's affecting precious metals, and what you should do about it. Right? On a day-to-day basis, I'm posting 2 to 3 videos, keeping you guys informed and in the loop. You have to, that's so vital as an investor. For any investment, you have to stay in the loop. Now, the second thing that I definitely suggest is have a strategy. This kind of goes in under the same wing as don't blindly invest. You also have to think about your portfolio, and this can go under any category as well, whether it's stocks, crypto, whatever. You have to have a portfolio, and definitely have to strategize according to your goals. This means in factoring in how much income you make per month. Factoring in your time frame of stacking, what goals you have, right? Your exit strategy. All of this has to be finely intertwined to you. What works for me might not work for you. Maybe you have more or less silver than I do. Maybe you make more or less money on a monthly basis. Maybe you are planning on selling quicker or longer than I am. So you can see how it's very individual. That's also why on my channel I can't give very specific advice. I have to speak from a very generalized, universal perspective, because there's so many different types of people watching my videos, and everyone has different goals, different amounts of money they make. So I really can't tell you exactly what to do. I try to teach you how to apply it to yourself. Kind of like, catch a fish for a man, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime type of thing. So there's these 3 words that I always say are the most important words in the precious metals world: patience, balance, and budgeting. Precious metals are a slower market. They're not like stocks. They're not like crypto. You're not going to see gold and silver shooting up thousands or hundreds of dollars within a 3-4 month time frame. They're more of a hedge against inflation. As the dollar over time gets weaker, gold and silver get stronger. Right? The dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power, 44% of that in the last 20 years. It's getting worse much faster, especially as we throw a lot of money in from this pandemic. Things are going to get very, very messy very soon, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be prepared. Now, balance is something that is hard to do. It's very hard. It probably took me 2-3 years to even understand how to balance my stack, or that my stack even needed balance. In the beginning, I bought way too much poured silver, right? And your stack is going to adjust over time. That's one thing I can guarantee. The types of silver you like right now, you probably won't like, or you'll like something else more or less in the next couple of years. your preferences change as you grow as a stacker. So balance is something that's taken very seriously with me on this channel, because you have to protect yourself against spot price. What I mean by that is, if you have an American Eagle, that coin is pegged to spot price. So in 25 years, if silver is still $20, your coin is still literally worth $20. In 25 years' time, you literally have not profited $1. So you got to buy other coins besides just bullion that are pegged to spot price. You have to buy coins like pandas, kookaburras, koalas, Queen's Bee series, Lunar series. You have to buy high premium silver that appreciate over time regardless of what spot price is. So you have to learn, you have to know that stuff. See, if you're not watching videos like this, if you're not educated and you're just buying American Eagles and whatever and this is another thing. This also depends and will reflect upon how you think, or the direction you think the market is going. If you think that in 10, 15 years when it's time for you to sell, if you know that spot price is going to be much higher, and you don't want to take the extra protection, you can just buy American Eagles, because you can get a lot more silver for cheaper. That's kind of the direction local coin shops go. They don't look at a panda any different than an American Eagle. They look at silver as silver. The local coin shop, he says, I don't care how many less coins, how much rare, how much scarce, what the design on the coin is. If it's an ounce of silver in it, I'm going to give you what the spot price of an ounce of silver is. He doesn't care about who made it or how much have been minted. It's silver, and he's investing in the metal, not any type of collectability outside of that. And that's also why you got to be extremely careful. You don't want to sell to people that have that perspective, because they're going to give you $25 for a coin that could be worth $75. You got to sell those types of coins online. So that kind of gaps me into my next thing I got to talk about, is think how you're going to sell. When I'm looking online on APMEX or wherever I'm investing or looking to buy, before I even click buy, I think about how I'm going to sell that coin. Before I even buy it, I'm thinking about how it's going to be to sell. I didn't used to do that, so I got stuck with a lot of coins that were extremely hard to sell, or that weren't even a good investment at all, because I was just buying it, right? And if you buy what you like, you'll never go wrong. But if you're looking at this from an investing standpoint, then you definitely got to think about this. It's so easy to go on APMEX and click buy. It's so easy, but it's not so easy to sell. That's where people get stuck. It's so many people just buy all this silver and have this idea like Pawn Stars, where they'll take in this huge like bag or box and just dump all the silver on the table and get rich. That's not realistic. I mean, I guess I can't say that. It definitely could be realistic, but the probability of it happening that way is very unlikely. The more likely the way it's going to happen is, when it's time to sell, you're probably not going to sell all at once. You're probably going to take some to your local coin shop. You're probably going to have to make an account on eBay, or in 20 years, whatever the new service will be or platform will be, to sell very conveniently. And you're going to have to list. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be basically a full-time job. Think about this. 4 to 6 pictures per listing. And think about if you have hundreds of ounces, if not thousands. 4 to 6 pictures per listing, so per coin. So let's do like 4 times a couple thousand. Think how many pictures that's going to be. Thousands of pictures. Writing a description per listing. Responding to all the customers, right? You also have to pay the PayPal fees, the eBay fees, or whatever the fees are by then on that platform. And you have to wait a couple weeks to get your money through PayPal, right? It's a full-time job. I remember very distinctly someone emailed me a couple of years ago saying, Slayer, like, I've been trying to liquidate my stack a little bit. And he was like, I had no idea how much work it was to sell on eBay. He was like, if I would have known this, I would have not bought all these high premium coins. So it's something you got to consider, right? You definitely do. If you don't want to go that route, then just buy bullion, and you're going to have to wait for spot price to pick up, which most likely it will. So it's not like it's too risky. It's not like if you're buying all coins that are pegged to spot price, in 20 years, I can guarantee that spot price will not be still $25. It'll be much higher. But this is the catch. You have to make sure that you're willing to be patient enough to allow it to rise. If you're a quick flipper, if you're someone who's going to be selling in like 3 to 5 years, you do not want to be buying coins like that, because in 3 to 5 years, spot price won't have enough time to rise to really make you some money. So the last thing I'm going to say is invest realistically, not emotionally. I saw this a lot. This happened a lot with Bitcoin, right? A lot of people were investing emotionally, wanted to be right. And you got to be realistic, right? Just like on this channel, I'm not going to hide information. If there's something that's looking bearish or looking bad for gold and silver, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to try to portray it in a certain way to make you guys think that silver is this rainbows and unicorns. Because that's not the case at all. Sometimes there's definitely things that can affect prices in a negative way when we're talking about price manipulation and spoofing and all that stuff going on. You know, it's not always rainbows and unicorns, but compared to any other investment, it's by far the safest and smartest and most profitable. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. I post daily videos every single day, giving you guys the inside scoop, the latest stuff on what's happening, and that's vital to know as an investor. If you have any more questions, you can email me, comment, and I'm sure your question will be answered. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.